Are you looking for a podcast about collaboration?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh!
Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
I was about to hit you with a la la la. Oh.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you beat it yet?
Not yet. We're going to beat it tomorrow.
Did you get to that part at least, though?
We did get to
The
that
little
part,
hello?
yes.
Did you just chuckle inside forever?
I
It's
did.
the best moment. I love
It's
that
very
part.
good. We have, I think, 2 levels left. We just finished the snow globe.
Okay, so now that you've done that, Snow Globe's like my favorite one. I love the Snow
I
Globe.
hated the snow globe.
It's
Oh my
so
god.
pretty. Did you do the where you can push people on the swing and
Yeah, I
make
did
them
that
ski?
part.
Did you save the turtles?
Yeah, we saved the turtles.
It's great. It's beautiful.
I liked the world a lot. I did not like the levels. I had a
Yeah,
really
I don't give a
hard
shit about
time.
the levels.
I had a difficult time with the ski jumping shit. Like, that was hard for me.
Okay.
And okay, so here's my big gripe. So we're talking about
It
Puppet
takes two,
Divorce.
baby. Oh yeah.
It Takes Two. Yes. I was like, what's the name of that game? So in It Takes Two, the snow globe level,
Yes.
there are ski jumps that you have to do, and so your partner's doing them at the same time, and of course it's still split screen.
Yeah.
But like, if you miss a jump and die, it respawns you like shortly behind your partner, but like mid ski run, so you don't have the momentum to get over the next hump. So you're just
Okay.
constantly falling off and fucking dying over and over and over.
But isn't there like attach points that you like rocket yourself off the jumps in?
Not on all of them. I got stuck in a frustrating area where I just kept like
Oh my
skiing
God.
over the edge. Like, I guess I'll just keep doing this until I catch up to you. Like, it was very frustrating for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we're gonna finish that game tomorrow, and then I will be
Complete.
complete.
But did you notice when you save the turtles, she then plays them like a xylophone?
No.
Yeah, so once you save all the turtles, she like pecks her beak on each one and plays a song on their shells.
Oh my
That's why it's
God.
part of my favorite. It's so beautiful.
I did not see
Oh.
that part.
Taylor just full blown wept. I mean, she was just like, ah.
Okay.
It was a very nice moment.
Wonderful.
Okay,
Can we crack open
but
a beverage?
oh yes, because I have things on mine.
Ooh. I'm just drinking a good old Sam's Club seltzer, watermelon citrus.
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Noise. Ooh, you had a very good follow through.
That was nice.
I'm having just a Dr. Pepper.
Just a regular old Dr. Pepper? Nothing dark berry about her?
I absolutely hate the dark berry now.
Okay, dude. I didn't want to say it, but like, I tried dark berry and I was like, this sucks.
Okay, that's not why, because I still think it tastes phenomenal.
Okay, why do you hate it?
Every time I drink one now, it makes my throat hurt.
What?
Like, I don't know if it's like a little too sweet. Like,
Huh.
that's why I don't eat chocolate a lot, because like it makes my throat itchy kind of.
I think you're allergic to chocolate.
But like all sweet things do that to me though. Like if it's just like overly sweet, it
Huh.
like makes my throat scratchy.
Okay.
Like the sugar just like is sandpapering its way down the back of my throat or something.
I think you have a sugar allergy.
But it's fine in coffee though,
Yeah, okay.
because it's 98% sugar, 1%
Yeah.
coffee, and
I know
1%
you ruin
please
your
let me
coffee.
poop.
Do unholy shit to it.
So every time I've had one, and I feel bad, like I drink it and I'm like, I just feel sluggish, like something feels off, right?
Huh.
And then
okay.
like my throat hurts. And so I was like, I'm just gonna get some regulars, right?
Okay.
And like, had to put it through its paces, had like 3 in a day.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I feel good. The doctor is in, man.
Jesus. I don't know how you drink 3 Dr. Peppers in a day and feel good. Like, I feel like I would stop moving. Like, my insides, my blood would cease.
I think this is my second one for the day.
I think You are
So
90% Dr. Pepper at this point,
that is true.
clinically.
Remember how I was like, they can just get rid of regular Dr. Pepper because this one's
Yeah.
so good. Well, it makes me feel like shit, so I don't like it anymore.
Okay.
And I have like 5 cans left that I was just going to dump out. But I was
Bring
like,
them to mom night.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'll share them, but like I can't drink them. Like they physically make me feel bad.
Yeah.
So I'm strictly just regular Dr. Pepper again, and I will have 1 case of limited ones when they arise to enjoy the time.
Okay.
But I was a fool to shun you. Original Dr. Pepper, you're the best. I'm sorry.
Yeah, to me, dark berry just tastes like original Dr. Pepper, and then somebody poured cough syrup in it.
I mean, there's something in it. It is so sweet, man.
It's like a hint of Dimetap.
I'm realizing how sweet it is compared to this now.
Yeah.
And this is smooth, baby. It's a smooth drink, man. Dark berry is not smooth. Like you gotta kind of fight through that drink.
Yeah. It's got teeth.
I just need to apologize, and I made bold claims. I was lost in the sweetness of the moment, but no, original pepper is where it's at, and I'm having one in celebration of my realization.
Cheers.
So now, on to another realization.
Yes.
I would like to preface this with how we had a discussion, and you said you were going to be pissed at me.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go with that story.
Okay.
So, quick summary. We went to the Stranger Things store.
The Stranger Things experience.
Yeah. So, me and Taylor were at Grapevine Mills Mall like a week ago. And we just happened to be there because Jinx was getting a haircut, had to kill time.
Yeah.
And localizing us again, the Stonebriar Mall's box lunch is so tiny.
Yeah.
And the Grapevine one is humongous. So I was like, dude, let's go to the good one. Like, let's go to good box lunch, right?
Yeah.
So we were inside Grapevine Mills Mall, see these signs about the Stranger Things store.
Heck
open
yeah.
for a limited time. So I was like, well, let's just walk by it and see what it is, because we're still in dire need of Hellfire shirts, right?
Yes. You can't find those things anywhere.
Now, I realized in a previous show I said that me and Taylor already had some. That was because we had planned to buy them from another site.
Oh.
That then sold out again.
What the fuck?
So, like, we had them in the sense, like, we found a place to get them finally, but we still don't have any.
Okay.
So I was like, well, let's walk by the Stranger Things store. They might have it, right?
Yeah.
Walk over to the store. The line is, like, out the door of the mall. Like, people are standing in the 100+ degree heat of Texas summer.
Disgusting.
Waiting to go into the store, right?
Yeah.
So I happened to tell somebody at work about it. Because I was like, oh, yeah, I saw this yesterday. It seems weird. And they were like, look at the website. There's a website for it. And apparently it's like exclusive stores that are going to pop up all around the globe.
Yeah, like fancy places. I think Paris was getting one.
Paris has it right now, yeah.
Yeah.
I forget where else it is right now. I think it's Chicago.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, so like Chicago, Dallas, and Paris have it right now. Then like Germany's going to get it. And then like Phoenix is going to get it.
The pictures online are so cool.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
It looks amazing.
So I was like, do you want to go? To my coworker. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, it says you can get tickets. So we're reading about the tickets. And when the line is that long, if you have a ticket, you get to just walk in front of all those people that have stood there for 4 hours. Just literally walk in front of them. That was a power trip. It's like, we got to get tickets so we can do that, right?
So you're thinking the tickets are got to be like, what, $50? Like, it's got to be expensive if the line is that long.
They're free. It's
free
just
tickets.
It's just guaranteeing you to be able to flip off the people in line. That's the sole purpose for them, right?
Why would you wait in line if the tickets are free? I don't understand.
I don't think people know.
It's so bizarre.
Because they're just at the mall and they see the store and go, well, I got to get in there, right?
Yeah.
I was going to go and tell you all about it on the show.
Yeah.
And then you happen to have something going on and I called you and was just like, oh, yeah, well, the Stranger Things store is here. Would you want to go? And you were like, you were going to fucking go without me? And just surprise bomb me on the show?
I was upset. I was like, you were going to leave me in your Stranger Things themed dust?
So, get you on board. We decide to go. And we get there. Now, I got tickets beforehand.
Yeah.
Well, we got there 40 minutes before our tickets were scheduled to be, like, for us.
Yeah.
There's nobody at the store.
Not a single person in the line.
There's no line. The guy's, like, begging, like, come on, children, come
Do you guys
inside.
want to come in?
And we're like, no, I have tickets. They're for 7. It's not 7 yet. And so we go into the store, and you tell me, how good was this store on a scale of 1 to 10?
I give it a 1.
I was like, 3.
I
Because
was
it got the name right.
I mean, I was underwhelmed. So the store online is billed as being like, it's a Stranger Things immersive experience. If you get these special tickets, you get access to a secret location with a Demogorgon you can take a picture with. And there's like people online posing, and it looks like they're on the set of Stranger Things. Like,
Yeah.
cool shit in the background, and like at this fun, like immersive experience, you know, with like
And
special
remember,
lighting.
There was a Snowball 84 photo.
Yeah, there was.
That wasn't even there.
No.
I just thought of that.
Yeah. So when you go, like, when you walk into the hall, the store front is like these dark black panels with the red lighting. So it's designed to kind of look like the Stranger Things logo.
Yeah.
And then there's like the sign with the Stranger Things on it and stuff. And so you go in down this hallway and you get dumped out in like this shop area that looks like Joyce's house with the Christmas lights on it.
Yeah.
But it looks like a cardboard backdrop. Like nothing
Yeah.
really interesting. Like the way it was billed, I expected to walk in and it's like an art installation that looks just like you're in Stranger Things.
Yeah. And I thought it was going to be like maybe like a guide was going to be like, here's all the different stops, take your photos.
Yeah.
And then I'll release you to the store.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
like
I
an exit
pictured.
through the gift shop style thing.
Yes.
And
okay.
it was not that at all.
No,
It
each
was
room
just-
is the store.
Yeah, so there's like you're in Joyce's house, and then also there's a shelf of Hopper figures.
There were only Hopper figures because I guess nobody
Only
likes
Hopper.
Hopper at all, so all those are just left behind.
Yeah, it was bizarre. The merchandise was completely underwhelming. Like they had a single Hellfire shirt. It was triple XL, and I was like, well, I mean,
Underwhelming and overpriced.
yes, absolutely.
Dude, what we saw that jacket, there was a pink jacket.
Holy shit! Yeah, a pink
which didn't
jacket.
belong to anybody.
It didn't it was not featured in the series at all. The back of the jacket just said like the name of the roller rink.
Yeah.
That's it.
How much was that jacket?
$149.
It looked like the cheapest, thinnest, like,
Yeah.
vinyl. Like, it was,
It would not keep you warm in a Texas fall.
yeah, horrible. I was like, okay, Taylor, you have open wallet. Like, when we find something cool, we're not going to debate. We are allowed to buy it. This is an experience store. Like, you're not going to
Yeah.
see this stuff.
You
So
think that it would be
for
exclusive stuff.
Yeah. I didn't want anything.
No, nothing
I
looked
wanted
appealing.
nothing.
There was stuff that wasn't even Stranger Things themed. Like they just had Rubik's cubes because it takes place in the 80s.
Oh yeah, and then
Little Miss Pac-Man arcade machines.
did they talk He-Man in the 4th season? Because they had just tons of He-Man figures.
I don't even know.
I think like one He-Man figure was brought up somewhere, but like it was just a bunch of He-Man stuff too. And I was like, okay, I mean, I get it.
Yeah. It was just a really weird experience. Like it was not at all what I expected it to be.
No, I mean it was. If you get the chance to go, don't.
Yeah, I mean,
I would not go.
no, there's nothing there worth looking at or buying. And then on our way out, okay, so you have to enter through the like red and black lines by the logo, and then you go into the store, and then you can exit basically the same way. The store is like shaped like a horseshoe, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So we go into the hallway to exit, and by this point, I'm like overwhelmed by the crowds. I feel like Taylor was also a little bit overwhelmed by the crowds,
Oh,
and we're just
dude.
like ready to go.
For an experience, you would think it's a little more exclusive, but it was just like free range people, man.
just free range people and free range furries. We did not mention the furries. There were 3 people in full fur regalia.
Yeah. The girl was cute as shit in
I
her
wanted to interview
fucking
them
boots.
so bad. Oh my god, I wish we had business cards. Just be like, please come on our show.
One guy couldn't see through his head, and I just heard her go, grab my tail, follow me out. She was so nice.
My god.
Yeah, I know, like, we've been looking for them for the longest time, and we missed out on them. But
So furries, if you hear this, please call us right in.
if you went to the Stranger Things store Wednesday, July 27th,
and you were in pink and green fox gear,
we appreciated you and would love to speak to you.
So anyway, trying to get out of this stupid fucking store, we go down the little hallway, and it's like not a long hallway at all, maybe 10 feet, and there's like a line of people in it, and we're standing there, and I'm just like, why are we in a line to leave the store? And so I asked people in front of us, like, you guys are leaving, right? Like, this is the line to leave? And they're like, oh, we're just waiting to take a picture with the sign.
Yeah.
You want a picture with the sign? It just says Stranger Things.
Yeah. But we had a guy that was just taking photos with every piece of Merce. He didn't buy any merch, but he took a picture with each piece.
Yeah, he's like holding the Hellfire shirt, like, look, here it is.
Like, do you then post this to Instagram and it's like, look at my haul, right? But you didn't even buy any of it, you know?
Maybe. Is that what people do? Is that how you
I
make money on Instagram?
really do think so. Like,
Man.
like you go to a car dealership and you like take a really good photo of you with like a Lambo, right?
Laying on it like White Snake.
Yeah, and then you get, chased off the lot, but that photo lives on as like you really got to lay on it,
Yep.
So, on top of leaving, I was in line because I was going to get a set of Stranger Things Uno cards.
Yeah.
And we found out you can get them cheaper elsewhere. So I was like, oh, fuck this. And I just threw them across the store. And there was a little kid in front of me, like, holding a place in line, but he was not really holding any merch. So I was like, what's going on? And then his mom comes running up with a Hellfire Club shirt. And we just said there was one. Triple XL, right?
Hellfire Club shirt.
So she has one that's, kids medium or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's for him. And this lady in front of her goes, where did you get that? And she was like, well, you have to ask the right person. It seems like that lady over there, she'll get shit done for you. And that lady busts out a line.
My God.
And I told Taylor, so she was like, well, maybe we should go ask. Because, we honestly were there for Hellfire Club shirts only. That was the
it.
reason to be there.
Yeah.
So I follow this other lady over to the corner where the mystery helper woman is.
Yes.
And then, so she's talking to her, and she's in, like, the back room. And our lady that left the line goes, hold on 1 second, and turns and goes, was it fucking Dustin's hat you wanted? Dustin's? Yeah, that hat. And then she goes, how long do I have to wait here? And that lady said, 30 minutes. And then closed the back door to the room.
Minutes. Stand here for 30 minutes.
And that lady said, get out of fucking line because we're waiting 30 minutes. And they just leaned up on the wall. So I was like,
the pure dedication.
do I then have to wait 30 minutes for you to get the hat, for me to even ask about my shirt?
Right.
I will leave this place now.
Yes.
And I'd like to never think about it again.
Oh, God. Yeah. I feel like
Horrible experience.
I feel like if you're like a super fan of the show, like a just dedicated, hardcore, know everything about it kind of a person.
Yeah.
That's the kind of people that might enjoy this experience.
You know what I found really funny?
What?
There were a lot of, like, kids there, right?
Yeah, a lot
And
of small children.
They all seemed to be taking photos with one item in particular, thinking that it was the most amazing thing ever.
What was it?
A corded phone on the wall.
Oh my God, what? I didn't even see that.
They all were like, oh my God, like, can you believe?
Oh no.
And taking photos with it. And I was like, I really gotta leave. Like,
I have to leave before I turn to dust.
like, I'm done with this. This is not that cool. I think, like, one had a rotary on it. So, like, they were doing the little turning thing. And this girl was just like freaking out. It was a whole thing.
Ugh.
I was uncomfortable the entire time in the store. Hated
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it was bad.
Did not like.
There's one thing that they're doing with the Stranger Things TV show. I just wanted to run this past you because I thought it was an interesting subject.
Okay.
So, there was an interview with the creators, and
The Duffers.
yeah, so there was a fan-identified plot hole. It's a simple mistake of an expansive series costing $30 million per episode. So they, I don't even. Okay, they said that the creative team set an episode of Stranger Things 4 on March 22nd. Did they
Okay.
ever mention the date at all in the show? Ever?
Maybe.
I don't
But
think
I don't
there's
think
ever
it's a
a
driving
moment.
force or something.
Yeah, there's never a moment where like Will turns to Jonathan and is like, "Hey, Jonathan, what day is it?" Like they don't.
Why, it's Christmas Day.
They don't ever state out loud what the date is. I never picked up on. I thought it was like it took place in the fall time because it looks relatively fall-like outside.
And it's Halloween at one point.
Yeah, but apparently, that date has been established in universe as Will Byers' birthday. I guess somebody noticed that it was March 22nd. They're like, "Hey, that's Will's birthday, and you guys didn't celebrate it." And they were like, "We have to go back and fix it." So they have retconned it, and they went back in and like edited the show post-release to take out that bit wherever they included the March 22nd piece.
That's insane.
Yeah, they like live patched it on Netflix.
Is this the one where... No, I think that's it. Because they already did a redub over in season 4.
Really?
Yeah, they said like some coordinates for something.
Uh-huh.
And then somebody was like, well, that actually wouldn't lead to this place. So they redubbed it with different coordinates being said.
I think
Or
that
something.
is so silly to do. Like, if it's a big, huge mistake that alters the course of the series or something, like, no one's going to notice or remember.
mean, I'm here for the mind flayer, dude. I don't care about Will's fucking birthday.
I know. I just guess that I'm not as big a fan of this show as there are other fans out there. Like,
I just sent you a TikTok today. Did you see my one about Star Wars fans in court?
that made me so angry.
That's the type of person that cares about that stuff.
Yeah. So I guess there are people out there that are just like keeping calendar track of shit that goes on in this universe. And
Well, if I'm gonna enjoy this show, it better be accurate to itself.
yeah. So I just think it's weird that they live patched it. I don't like
Yeah.
that.
It's weird.
It sets a weird precedent. Like, if you can live patch TV on Netflix, like,
Yeah.
you can go back and just retcon entire plot lines.
Yeah, so
like,
we can Mandela affect everything now.
yeah, like, I don't like that. It's like, leave it as is, please.
I know that we're getting so off topic from this now, but did you know James Cameron is going to be releasing Titanic and Avatar in 4K,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And he's going to play with the idea of higher frame rates for those.
Okay.
So he's going in and out editing his movies. So I was talking to Taylor about George Lucas and his whole infamous re-retconning of Star Wars ad nauseum, you know?
When he went back and gave C-3PO that silver leg.
I know. But, like, why do we gotta keep touching it? Like, it's there,
It's
man.
art.
Just
It
leave
exists as is. Like,
Leave it. Yeah.
yeah, Picasso wasn't going up to galleries and being like, let me just fix this line. Like,
Ooh, I just noticed. I don't like that. Yeah, you know.
just leave it.
Let me live patch it, please. Hang on. One moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what if Leonardo da Vinci was like, everyone's so bummed out she's not smiling. I'll fix it. And he just curved up a little bit. It's like, there, she's happy now. Leave it alone.
Yeah, I just thought it's a weird thing that they're doing.
I guess James Cameron's playing with the idea of high frame rates on those two movies. And movies can't have high frame rates because you slip into the soap opera effect thing.
Oh, God, I hate that.
Well, he's going to release them, like, as a native of that. So, like, you can't not watch it that way.
Ugh.
And I will hate them.
I'm just going to watch it on my 3-tape VHS.
Exactly. So anyway, enough of, the shitty shit. Let's get
Yeah.
into something cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just a quick update. If you watched Friday Roundup last week, you'll notice camera angle might be a little different. Things might look a little weird. I got a new desk finally.
Yes, you did.
I gotta say, dude, I got space.
Good. You've been shitting on that old desk that you had for a while.
Since I've had it, man.
Yeah.
I've every desk I've had has always been small in some way. And
Yeah.
this thing is just space for days, man. Like, I have
Good.
too much space. Like, I have so much blank space on this thing now.
That's nice.
So, I keep my wired keyboard for my real computer here, but then my wireless one for work.
Yeah.
And I'd have to, like, shove this one, like, between the monitors to keep it around and stuff.
Oh
Now
my
it has,
God.
like, its own place, and it doesn't touch anything while it's stored away. The way I swap between the monitors with my weird little buttons work, I just have space. It's
space to do stuff.
It's weird, but my monitors are so much higher and further away. Like, I reach for them and they're so far. So it's taking some getting used to. I kind of like it because I always felt like I was like a gremlin, like really close to the monitors,
Yeah.
And now I feel like I'm a proper distance,
Now you got some space.
but I have to get used to like looking at it like a sane person would,
Yes.
But yeah, I fucking love this thing, dude. So thank you to Taylor for my birthday present, because I love this thing. It's
Wonderful.
super great. Like, she helped me build it. It's nice, dude. I fucking love this thing.
Good.
It's
I'm glad.
phenomenal.
You deserve a desk that you love. I hate the process of looking for a desk and finding a desk, testing out different desks to make sure you're getting the one that you need, the height that you need.
Really? There's almost no way to know. You
Yeah.
just kind of got to have it and see, because the one we had before was actually just fine.
Yeah.
But then we started working from home, and it, like, changed the nature of having that desk.
Yeah.
Because now I still have the work from home. Like, my whole work setup is just right. If it's even far away. Like, I feel like my arm is stretched out so far to touch my work computer now, Like, it's fucking neat. I think because you've talked about needing them, and I know that you have the little shelf for your monitors so they raise up a bit. This
Yeah.
has that. I think you'd like this desk,
I
man.
think I would.
And it is an L desk, but you can build the L shape on either side, so it
Yeah, I
can
like
run up on the
that.
wall there, or kind of run in the middle of your room as like a weird little break.
Yeah.
It can be either one.
It could be either one. It's
And-
flexible.
It doesn't have to stay that way. I can take off like these two screws right now and just move it right now. Like, I
Okay.
don't really have to do that much disassembly
fucking-
to just change it.
Flip flop it on the fly.
It's neat, man.
That's nice.
So yeah, this thing's fucking cool. You guys might see some more production value now,
Heck yeah.
because I'm not like cramped in here all weird.
Like a goblin. So I went on a miniature vacation this last weekend.
Okay.
Went to go visit my in-laws in Arkansas.
Yes.
And every time we've gone up there, we drive through a town called Nashville. It's, not the Nashville, but it's a
Yeah.
Nashville.
Okay.
And every time we do, we drive past this like weird dirt track. And I'm always curious about it. So this last weekend when we were up there, we were talking about Formula One because it was another weekend for it.
Okay.
And his parents were like, well, if you guys like car racing so much, there's a track up here that we've never gone to, and we've been looking for an excuse to go. And I was like, okay, yeah, that weird track that we always pass. So
Okay.
we decided to go take in a car race.
Nice.
And I'm going to send you a couple of pictures just to tell you about these fucking cars. So it's like my files are too powerful. I need to get Discord Nitro, man.
I guess just text me outright,
Yeah, I'm going to text them to you.
because that'll work.
So the dirt there is like super, super red because it's like red dirt city,
Yeah.
It was just like a really pretty track. Nice red dirt, blue sky, green trees.
Okay.
And the cars are extremely colorful. And so when the cars are first going around the track, like they just do a few like fun
Oh,
laps
wow.
just for kicks. Each one of the cars, so they have like their dedicated driver and stuff, but they also
Yeah.
had just like children and family members from the stands, I guess, come in and like hang out on their cars. So there's like kids riding this shit like it's Mad Max, just kind of all on top of the cars and out and about and seeing how many people you can put in one car at once. And it was
Dude,
just very
dirt rally
entertaining.
stuff is a fascinating like subsect of car racing.
Oh my god. So like we're there and watching it, and the races are fucking intense because we looked at the style of racing. It wasn't stock car racing. It's like homemade car racing.
Yeah.
Like these are car parts that people have cobbled together from, junkers and stuff. So the cars look like cars, but to behave like not as much like a car.
Yeah.
But yeah, like every single race, there were like 10, 15 races that they did. And each one of the races, somebody spun out or was crashed out or was like, causing problems on the track. Like bumpers were being lost and stuff. And there was also, so they had banners and posters up for like a dude that died just last week.
Okay.
Like at the racetrack. So
On the track or in the stands?
on the track.
Okay.
Like he died racing. He died doing what he loved.
You can't ask for more than that.
I guess. So I just kind of felt also like I don't know, like an outsider, like an intruder, and I felt bad. But so at one point, they're doing this race, and it's like one of the last ones of the night. The sun has set. It's getting close to like 11:30 midnight at this point, and a car. So the track is small-ish. It's probably an eighth of a mile. Like it's not big. Like
I was
so.
gonna say, it almost looks like a school track.
Yeah, it's
Kind of.
similar in length to a high school track that you would walk around.
Okay.
But like even shorter, I think, because I don't think a football field would fit in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the cars are racing. I'm looking left because most of the cars are on the left coming around the corner. And then as I'm looking this way, I see a bunch of people from the stands start running to the right. And I'm like,
Okay.
uh-oh. So I look over to the right. And where there once was a barrier, there is now a smoking hole in the wall. A car had driven so hard, like it drifted and went fucking through the barrier outside the track. It was no longer in the stadium. Like it was out. It
Okay.
was gone. And like ambulances are driving over and shit. And I'm like, are we going to see somebody die at the memorial race for this other driver that
my
died?
God.
It was so stressful. But no, he did not die. He was okay. He was fine. It was just a wild time. Like the crowd there was weird. I just felt like such an intruder because it was like their funeral for their friend and they kept talking about this guy that died. And then you would have fucking bawled because they did a tribute to him. They played that fucking song from the Fast and the Furious.
Oh. Okay.
And like did like a whole thing for him. And I was like, oh no.
And then they were
Rip.
like, "Do you remember Billy Bob Ray? Do you remember him?" And you're
Luckily,
like,
nobody else in the
"Yes."
stands was talking to us. Like we were keeping our distance because COVID
Okay.
is still a thing, especially in the deep south. But this dude that was sitting a couple of rows in front of us, the stands were a whole separate ball game. It was fucking wild. There was a baby. Okay, let me tell you about the fucking stands.
So you're like, "Let me tell you about this fucking baby."
Well, yeah, that too. So the stands they must have been built in 1983 by three cousins named Jim Bob.
Okay.
Like, and were never touched since then. It's just like rotted 2x4s nailed together with hope and prayer.
God. Okay.
It was so scary. And the gaps, okay, so like you sit on the like the platform and then like the gap from your knees down to your feet is like a good shin length for a tall person. So like
Okay.
I'm on my tippy toes touching it.
Yeah.
And there is no support underneath that. Like there's no vertical boards. There's just horizontal boards that you sit on.
Yeah.
So there's this big fucking gap underneath. And like I, as an adult person, can lean back on the step behind me and there's, support there. But babies, small little babies, can't do that. And the baby in front of me tried to do that and fucking fell underneath the bleachers,
No!
Robert. Yes, a whole child fell underneath the bleachers while we were there.
God damn it! Not again.
Basically, that was the response. And I mean, the kid was fine, thank God, but it was just so bizarre. And then, like, another woman fucking fell.
What a place, man.
What a place. Another lady fell and twisted her ankle mid-race, like, on the bleachers. And I was like, what are you doing? There's so much happening.
Like, I'm just
Sensory
gonna sit here
overwhelm.
and stay alive.
I was just
That's
like,
all
I
I can do.
need to just sit here for a minute. And so this dude, like 2 rows in front of me, he's like hanging out on his phone. And I'm like, why are you at the racetrack with like this dude is crashing through the barriers and you're here playing solitaire on your phone?
Yeah.
But anyway, he's looking at his phone and he keeps playing this video like over and over and over. And I'm like, what is this video? He's watching a K-pop fan cam. Just like
Okay.
over and over and over. I'm like, are you okay? Like, it's been on for about 30 minutes now. Have you ever seen K-pop fan cams?
I don't think so.
It's basically just like they'll focus on one singer from a K-pop group, and they always do these like dances when they're performing, and it's always the same dance. So they'll get that performer over the course of several different performances and loop them together.
Okay.
And this guy was just watching it for a long time. And I eventually come to realize he's got that video as the screensaver for his phone. So it just loops all the time.
That
How do
man's
you
battery
live like that?
is shot, man.
It's gotta be toast. How do you do that? I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
Android can do some shit, man.
So weird to me.
But like, I've never thought. Like, I've thought of making like, kind of like a live wallpaper out of like a GIF or something. Sometimes, like,
yeah, but
I've
not
thought
like,
about it for like a joke, maybe to like do for once, right?
Sure.
But I've never thought like, I'm just gonna have the entirety of Titanic play as my lock screen, and it just loops all the time.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that ever.
No, me either. It was very weird to me, and I was like, okay, that's a thing that people can do.
I don't like that.
No, me either.
That's
But
weird.
that was my experience. Oh, and the second picture I sent you is a fucking bus. It's a church bus. That thing was going around the track, and I was like, is it going to race? Because I would pay money to see that. It was doing fucking Tokyo drifts around those corners, Robert.
Nice.
Like I've never seen a bus do in my life. And then at like halftime, they were like, everyone get on the bus for a ride. And then the whole bus, the entire bus. It's a standard like school bus size bus. The whole bus, Robert, was full of people. I was like, this is the COVID Express. This is how you get monkeypox. It was, okay, so like when you're in a bus, the seat can each fit like 2 people.
Yeah.
Right? They had like
children at times.
Yeah.
So 2 adults is going to be a lot.
They had 2 to 3 people per seat in that bus.
Okay.
And then the whole standing room was also full. The aisle just completely packed full of people.
Somebody just pressing their hands up on the top to God, man, hold themselves in place.
Yes. There was a child at the back, like just standing, pressing his face against the emergency exit. I was like, I hope that door is welded shut because he is about to fall out and we're going to see a kid die.
I know where you went, but where did you go, man?
No. God, it was such...
It's a whole other world.
Truly, when you cross the state line, like, things happen. I don't know, man. Arkansas is a weird place. If we have any listeners in Arkansas, please write in. If you've ever been to that Nashville track, if you know who built those bleachers, for the love of God, please tell them where they can get more nails and wood.
I really thought you were going to say, when they said, everybody get on the bus, you were going to say, and I felt as people, like, collectively left the stands, you felt it, like, bow back out, because it's just
Honestly.
probably bent in from all the people sitting on it.
It was so scary. We had to pick a second. Okay, so when we first got there, we sat down in the bleachers, and I looked back, and there's this, like, row of bugs. I don't know if it was ants or termites or something. They were just, like, marching in a huge line, and I was like, we can't sit here. So we had to go move to, like, a different area where that was not infested with bugs. It was a time, man.
I mean, I like those 2 photos, though. You weren't kidding. That's a colorful track. Like,
it is really pretty.
Beautiful track.
A nice red dirt. I had to shower after I
place.
left because the cars kicked up so much dirt. And we were, like, right on the track, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. It didn't end with, like, demolition derby
I
shit?
wish. I wanted so bad for, like, people to do a demolition thing. I mean, there were 2 cars that really did go at it and, like, crashed each other out. And I thought for a hot minute the drivers were going to fist fight because one of them got out and started, like, running into the fucking track as the cars are driving by. And he's, like, yelling and pointing. It was so scary. The, like, officials had to pull him out of the truck and be like, you can't do that. It was a time.
That's like, Is a demolition derby almost like a food fight in like a high school? Like one person starts it and just everybody's going at it now?
Just a
Jeez.
spur of the moment demolition derby. Yeah, it was one of the
That's
more exciting
amazing.
evenings I've had.
I
I highly recommend it.
was thoroughly enthralled that whole time.
So one other quick note, out in Arkansas, I did play a new video game. It is called, I've talked about it before, it's called As Dusk Falls.
Yes.
So, do you know anything about this game?
Yes. That's the one that everybody hates the art style, right?
Yeah, it is a weird art style.
Because
It's
like the backgrounds are
rotoscoped.
real,
Yeah.
but all the people are rotoscoped and they're also like there's no animation to them. They just like
Yeah.
insane stop motion them to places, but it like will skip
Yeah.
whole sections of like a walk from somewhere.
Yes, it's a very jarring animation style that I do not like.
Yeah.
But the gameplay and the
I've heard the story's phenomenal.
the writing is very, very good on it.
Okay.
So the way it plays is very unique too. So it's a decision making game. You know, you make decisions that impact the outcome. It's a lot like not Stranger Things. Fucking
Life is Strange.
Life is Strange. Life is Stranger Things.
Yeah.
It's a lot like that in the way that you have to make decisions on a tree, and there are like crazy different things that can happen as the
Okay.
game progresses. But the way you play it is that it's multiplayer, and up to
Yes.
8 people can play it.
Yeah.
So everyone has their phone as a controller, and you vote on the decisions as they come up.
Okay.
So you play it like Jackbox style, so everyone
Yeah.
remotely can play it with you. That's amazing. I did not know the game played like this.
I've only really heard about the art style, and people have said it's good if you don't mind.
Yeah, the art style, horrendous. Cannot get behind it. But the gameplay and the story, I think, are good enough to make me want to continue and finish it. I would love to play this with the Zeitgeist. I think it would be a
Okay.
lot of fun for a Patreon
Cool.
community day.
I mean, I know it's on Game Pass, so we can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's wash this dirt off real quick. We'll be right
Please.
back. I have a question for you. And
Questionize me, Captain.
I don't know if it's just me. Okay. What do you think of the word male and female?
I think that they are great in a scientific clinical setting, and that is about it.
That's not... Okay. How do you feel when you hear people use those words?
I feel like generally the type of men who call women females
Yes.
are not good men.
Yeah. Okay. Cuz like I've never referred to a woman as a female. And I
Yeah,
remember like the
don't
first
start.
time I heard somebody use it, it sounded bad. So I was like it didn't sound bad. It felt bad.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like
Yes.
the way I heard it, I was like, "Ooh, that feels bad."
Gave me the ick in the tummy.
Yeah, and I heard it on a TikTok or something, and then I was just like, am I wrong? Like, am I the outlier? Do I think that that these rub me the wrong way, but really that's what everybody says and I'm just the weird one?
No.
Okay,
Totally valid.
that's what I wanted to clarify.
It's a bad connotation, I think.
Something about it is wrong.
Yeah.
Like you said, like it's good in like a scientific way, so it almost the word I think almost makes you sound detached from what they are.
Yeah, it's very
Because-
clinical.
Yeah, like you're not saying like, oh, a beautiful woman. You're saying like, oh, a beautiful specimen.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
There it is. Okay, that's the face. You just made the face, and that's how I felt when I heard it. All right, guys, if you enjoyed that little bit of the pre-ramble, you can get the full bonus episode by going over to patreon.com/YMBTOAP and signing up to be a patron. We love you guys so much. We love doing stuff with you, for you. Like we just said, maybe play, that As Dusk whatever fucking game.
As
What's it
Dusk
called?
Falls.
Playing that As Dusk Falls game. And we appreciate all you guys that showed up for our Stray stream last week.
Yes.
It was
Kitty stream.
phenomenal. Had tons of fun with you guys. If you had just tuned into the stream and now you're here, think about joining the Patreon and sign up to hang out with a whole bunch of other people. Chit chat about stuff. And if you want to be the ultimate supporter, you can go over to the Yimtope Apparel store, get you some Yimtope gear. That link is in the show notes. You can get tanks, hoodies, shirts, totes, coffee mugs, all kinds of stuff. We got some really good tanks for this heat wave that's rolling across the globe. So
Yes.
if you need something cool, as in breezy, but also cool because the designs are neat, go on out to the shop and find you something. And again, thank you to all of you supporters. We love you so much. You make the M-Tope wheels turn. And with that, let's get you on back to that regularly scheduled content.
All right, Robert. Have you been watching? I know the answer to this is no. Have
Yes,
you been
no.
watching Better Call Saul?
Not at all.
Oh my God. Have you seen any of it at all, or
Not at
just
all.
Breaking Bad? Oh God, dude. This show is on
Because
another level.
I thought it, like, kind of went away for a little bit. Like, there was, like, a pretty big break between some seasons. So I was
There was.
will the show even finish? So I was
It
like,
was
I'll just
kind of-
wait.
Yeah, it was weird for a while because the guy who plays the main character, Bob Odenkirk, had a stroke, I think.
Okay.
So they had to like take a hiatus, but
Oh,
he's
shit.
back now in full
Okay.
force, and they're on their last season. We're on the last half of the last season because they split it up again. I am in love with this show. It is different fundamentally than Breaking Bad because Breaking Bad was big on like action and like
Yeah.
crazy things happening, like stuff's gone wild, how do we fix it?
Okay.
Whereas Better Call Saul is more like, oh, how do I explain it? It's like, so he's getting himself into situations that just progressively escalate.
Okay.
And it's like, how is he going to deal with the next thing? So I guess it's similar to Breaking Bad in that way, but it's more based on the dialogue than it is on the action.
Okay.
Like there's more like interpersonal relationships that are important to the story. It's more of like, you know already kind of where things end up,
Yeah.
but you want to know how they get there.
I was going to say, he's a lawyer, so he's got to, like, talk his way out of situations. It's a
Yeah,
totally different type of dynamic, you know?
Yeah, and that is what the show relies on heavily. So they always do these cool little vignettes into like the future, and they do them in black and white so that you know like, oh, this is the future when he's different. So
Okay.
we know eventually he goes into witness protection because he turns into like this like Cinnabon manager basically.
Okay.
And we always get these like black and white openers that are like, here he is buttering the cinnamon rolls, and like, how did he ever get to this place? He looks so different now, and his life is so not crazy. He's not on the run in the desert anymore from a drug lord. He's just here icing some rolls. And so those vignettes last like 3 to 5 minutes at the beginning of the episode, and then it just transfers back into like, here's where he is today.
Okay.
And for the last episode that they did, the vignette opens and just keeps going. And it's the entire episode. It's the whole episode they did in a nice, beautiful black and white, like this is what his future is.
Okay.
And it was just so cool. Like you don't get TV like this everywhere.
Yeah.
I am constantly blown away by what the creative team does for this show. I want Emmys for all of them if they don't already have them.
I don't know if, okay, Better Call Saul has not been like, it's definitely not like an undersung show or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
it's a popular fucking show, and it has like earned its place from what I know.
Definitely. Like, it's popular for a reason. It is riveting. And so when I was talking to somebody about this black and white show, I was like, this was unparalleled TV. It was so good. You get to see like a completely separate story, but it's the same character, and you're seeing how he's living his life after his life has kind of fallen apart and gone to pieces.
Yeah.
And as I was going through it, the person I was talking to was like, I hated this episode. It was so un-Better Call Saul. It was just another freaking Fly episode.
Dude, I was about to say, what? It's like a Fly show? That was one of my favorite ones, was the Fly one.
I have never watched the Fly episode.
Why?
Because when I was watching Breaking Bad, everyone was like, the Fly episode fucking sucks. Don't watch it. Don't bother. And I've heard...
Dude, it is made for you.
I know. I've heard like good things about it. So I think I now need to go back, just set aside some time and watch the Fly episode because...
Okay. So, so the Fly episode is Walt just trapped in his, like, underground Gus bunker, right?
Uh-huh.
But a fly has gotten loose in there.
Yeah.
And it's when, like, everything's really hitting its fucking peak.
Yeah.
So, like, he's stressed about, home with Skylar, working for Gus now, and like all this shit, and it's like it's solely like a mental episode into his mind and him like kind of taking it all out trying to catch this fly.
And I love that shit, man.
I know you do. That's why I'm like that one is for you, because like you just said, if Breaking Bad is all action, that's the one show that's like, but here's something different.
Yeah.
It's a complete delve into his psyche that makes when he blows up Gus at the end so much better, because it's like where he kind of starts to realize he wants to not be under somebody and stuff. The Fly episode is great.
Thank you for defending it.
Okay.
I know I need to watch it.
That's like Full Metal Alchemist. Everybody hates the one that's called Interlude Party, which is where Hohenheim is sitting at the campfire just kind of thinking back on his life and stuff.
Dude, I loved that episode.
Everybody hates that one.
My God.
But it's not Full Metal, doesn't move the story.
When we were doing our review, I singled out that episode and was like, this was one of my favorite ones because it took a beat and it was like, here's what's happened so far. Are you caught up? Do you understand what all's going on?
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay, I can put pieces together now. Now I'm here with Hohenheim at the campfire.
That's the whole point of that episode.
Yeah.
And it's not even that. It's because we still don't know who he is.
Yeah.
So it's almost a thing because we don't really care. That's to get us to go like, I want to know who this is.
Yeah.
As well as, kind of make you remember. I mean, that's 20-something shows in or something, and a lot is happening because that's when they were cramming it all into what was 40 shows of the last one.
Yeah, and I needed some hand-holding at that time because I was brand new to the series.
Yeah, it serves such a good purpose.
If you guys out there are not aware, we did review Full Metal Alchemist for our Patreon. If you're into that shit, go sign up.
Okay, so what's the Emmys? Do they just call it the Emmys?
Yeah.
Primetime Emmys. Okay.
Okay.
It has won absolutely 0 Emmys. But it has been nominated for 46.
Jesus Christ.
And it hasn't won a single thing.
That is nuts. If it doesn't win in this last half of the last season, I'm going to be really upset. The woman who plays his love interest, Rhea Seehorn, she is an amazing actress who takes this character, Kim, to levels that you just like, I'm living in her head. Like,
okay.
I know Kim from the inside out, and she's just like one of the most intriguing, deliciously complex characters I've ever seen in TV. Like, she's my favorite character. She's so good. Like, so good.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So you said her name. Not one nomination for her all this time.
That is upsetting.
So on top of all these things, there's apparently the 2022 Primetime Emmys.
Okay.
That have yet to have happened.
Okay.
So actually, pending right now is for Outstanding Drama Series, Better Call Saul.
Okay.
Best Lead Actor for Bob Odenkirk.
Good.
Supporting Actress, Rhea Seehorn.
Good.
So she's finally got her first nomination for this show.
Thank fucking God.
And then for writing well, you know what? I'm tempted to click it to see if it's the one that you mentioned. But it's for a episode called Plan and Execution.
Ooh, I think that was the last episode of the first half.
It's the mid-season finale of the 6th season, they said.
Richard and I were on our feet watching that episode. It was
okay.
Wild. It was a ride, dude.
That is also up for a Primetime Emmy Award.
It was so good. My God.
Okay, so let's think about it like this. Do you remember the episode of Futurama where Fry basically does Back to the Future, and he goes back in the past and like meets his grandma and all that shit, and like becomes his own grandpa and stuff?
Yeah.
That won an Emmy for writing.
Really?
So I would like to think this could win.
I hope so.
Yeah, that won before.
Oh my God. Yeah,
but just to put that in perspective.
I don't want to oversell this show to you because I don't want you to go in with your expectations super, super high.
I already know that I would like this show.
You would. It's a different flavor of Breaking Bad. It's not the same show.
Here was my thing. You know how I am about accessibility. and I had
Uh-huh.
nowhere to watch it when it was on, and then it would like come on Netflix like a year later.
Yeah.
So I was just like, well, what? I'm gonna catch up, and everyone's in the next season, and then it's weird. So it's like maybe I'll just wait for it to be done.
Yeah.
But maybe now's the best time to get in, because by the time I catch up,
It'll be done.
the ending's on there.
Yeah.
Because I would like to watch Breaking Bad again, and really, why rewatch something I've seen if I can get the same feeling from this show?
Yeah, I honestly would like to watch Better Call Saul again. This last season has been so, like, such a descent into the psyche of the main characters.
Yeah.
It has been so much fun to watch.
Well, I think that too. You know how I am kind of on TV. Like, I mean, Stu was telling me to watch the show before, like, certain bosses came into work. Like, this would have been, like, 6 years of my life.
Yeah.
And I kind of like to watch a show and be done like a movie, like
Right.
watch it and move out. I'm not really into like the year-long progression
Yeah.
like that. So
I've been watching this show as it airs since day one, and I've been living
that's
with it for
7 years ago, by the way.
Yeah, I've been living with this show for a very long time.
Yes, you
and I'm
have.
not ready to let it go. I'm so sad that it's in this last season, but it is at a place where it should end.
Yep. February 8th, 2015. This show's been on a minute. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I had started my job at this time.
I was living in an apartment in Carrollton at that time.
The entirety of my working career at my current job, this show has been on the air.
Wow.
That weirds me out. Well, it weirds me out when I say I remember watching How I Met Your Mother the night it aired for the first time.
Yeah.
And when I look back at it, I was like, I was 15.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Like, who was I,
Yeah.
You've sold me enough to be just curious enough that I might be willing to finally kind of hop on
Dip
in
your
there.
toes in.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
I'd
Actually,
like to rewatch
it's because
it.
of the black and white thing that you just told me about.
Man, I knew that episode would be
I
like
like
your
that.
shit.
I like that shit because I think you and I like the same things, but in a different format. Because you like the TV format, but I like
Yeah.
the movie format. But when movies do that same type of thing, where it's just weird and out of left field, and it doesn't fit in what I'm already watching, I dig that shit.
It's good shit.
So, like, this is the same thing. It's just a longer form of it.
Yeah.
Because let's say in a movie that's 2 hours, they might pull that segment for, let's say, 10 minutes. That's a long time for a movie, but you're just getting 20 minutes of an episode. It's like equivalent.
Yeah.
It's just a different length format,
Right.
But it's the same thing, and I'm kind of curious about it now.
Yeah. It's worth your time.
Plus, I've kind of wanted to watch it because I can always handle a bit more Gus.
Yeah.
I love me some Gus.
You get a
dude.
lot of Gus in this show too. Oh, Gus
He's
is so good.
so wild. I love him. Yeah, I might be looking at that.
All right. I got another thing for you in the world of TV.
Okay.
So as I've been watching Better Call Saul, it's on AMC, and I know that we have lately been talking a little bit about the world of The Walking Dead,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been out of the Walking Dead game for so long. Like,
Dude,
I
you've been
stopped
out
watching,
like 6 years.
Yeah, I stopped watching the show quite some time ago, so I have like no idea what's going on in the world, and honestly, I'm not that interested because of the way the show was going at the time that I was like, I don't want to watch anymore.
Can I tell you this real quick? Because I'm still on
Yes.
Better Call Saul.
Okay.
Well, I was about to leave the page, but I'm on the ratings for it.
Uh-huh.
Rotten Tomato ratings per season. Ready?
Okay.
97 for season 1, 97 for 2, 98 for 3,
Okay.
99 for 4,
Ooh.
99 for 5, and a 100 for 6. So this show is just aging like fine fucking wine, man.
Truly, man. It just gets better and better. It's so good. Ah.
So anyway,
Anyway.
you hate The Walking Dead. We both
I
quit.
hate The Walking Dead.
We both quit at the same spot. I mean,
We did.
I've kept up because Stu, who's been telling me to watch Better Call Saul,
Uh-huh.
has also never really quit The Walking Dead. He was
Okay.
like, I can't. I'm in too deep now,
Yeah.
So he's
They
told
do
me
be like
things,
that.
you know. but and I kept up with it enough until another thing happened, and when I read about that, I was like, I'm outie. Like, there's no back end for me.
Okay.
I'm officially gone.
Yeah. I did watch I think just the first season of Fear the Walking Dead. And then at the end of it, they were like, let's kill all the main characters. And it was all my favorite people. So I was like, I'm not doing this
Okay.
again. But this fucking new show, man, this new show might just get me. There's a new Walking Dead show coming out.
Okay.
It's called Tales of the Walking Dead.
Okay.
It's only going to be 6 episodes.
Oh, so it's not a show. It's
a mini series, I think.
I can do that then.
I'm unsure of what it's going to be. So
I don't.
It's going to run.
I don't want to watch a new show.
I know it's going to run from August 14th to September 18th, so it's coming up very soon. And it has like a pretty cool cast. It's got Terry Crews, first of all.
Okay.
Parker Posey's in it. Olivia Munn. It's got Jillian Bell, who plays Jillian in Workaholics.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, what the heck?
I love
It's just
her,
got like
dude.
a lot of interesting people in it. And each episode, I believe, is just an unrelated story, like a one shot. Just like, here's a couple of people surviving the apocalypse.
Yeah, this says it's just an anthology.
Yeah.
And we do like an anthology.
We do love an anthology. So I'm curious about this one. Color me interested.
Like, The Walking Dead as a series needs to go.
Yeah,
Like,
please,
it's done.
like it's got to die. They're dragging this corpse through the town.
And I thought, like, oh, we're just going to replace the one with a new one, right?
Uh-huh.
But this isn't really a new show, so that's cool. But what about Fear the Walking Dead? I feel like
Fear
that
the
is
Walking
still,
Dead-
like, going.
I think so, man. And it's like 8 seasons deep. It's like a fully
Dude,
fledged show.
It started airing, like, a couple months after Better Call Saul.
Yeah. And I started watching it, and then I was like, nah.
I was into it, and I wanted Taylor to watch it with me, and she was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And I was downloading them at the time, because I definitely had no way to watch it back then.
Yeah.
And I downloaded up through season 4, and then never watched them, so I finally deleted them from that drive, and was like, well, they're on Netflix if I ever really care, you know?
Yeah.
But I hear that show, where the main show has, like, dipped, Fear has only gotten better Call Saul style.
Yeah.
It's apparently real good.
It's bizarre to me. They released a character from the cast of The Walking Dead into Fear the Walking Dead. Like, he crossed over.
Yes. And I think it's, like, one of my favorite guys, too.
I think so.
You know, I definitely can't think of his name now.
Morgan?
Yo,
Yeah.
I got it. I love Morgan, dude.
Morgan's
He's the
good.
fucking best. I love him. He's my favorite. Well, he's my favorite character from the show. He's not my favorite character from The Walking Dead, but okay, well, color me intrigued on that one too, because that's something that I can kind of like dip in, dip out. It's not going to be, 10 years I got to give to it again,
Yeah.
So I'm down with that.
Yeah, I'm very interested. I'll probably keep tabs on it and maybe record the episodes and then see what happens.
Yeah. Well, right here in December 2021, Fear the Walking Dead was renewed for another season. So that one is still just
Trucking along.
walking along, man. I'm into that. Okay. Look at you turning me back. Because I was like a big AMC fanboy when Walking Dead started.
Yeah.
I was trying to get into Hell on Wheels. And
Right.
then they had like another show. And I was like, these shows are just good.
They make good TV.
And Hell on Wheels got real boring, so I gave up on it. I think it was the overabundance of AMC shows that started my decline on, like, I don't want to do TV anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm not keeping up with 5 shows.
I mean,
That's
after the
fine.
success of Breaking Bad, they were like, let's do 25 more just like it.
Kind of. Like, it was like a different place, but just like the same vibe of the show,
Yeah.
And I think because The Walking Dead is the comic book in a what-if scenario, and I think they what-if their way out of what was good.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, you moved a little too far away from what's good.
Yeah.
This happened like 3 years ago, but I mean, I was reading about it, and I mean, Rick's off the show, so I was like, I'm fucking out, dude. He's the only reason I'm here.
He's the soul of the show, and they took him away. I'm like, why are you doing that? And then they were going to release movies with him in it. I'm like, what's the plan, guys?
No, he left.
He left.
His contract was up, and he was like, I don't want to make this anymore.
Oh, shit.
And they were like, for the love of God, don't do that.
Oh, no.
And he was like, nah, I'm gone.
All
Fucking
right.
kill me off. So they did. And then Maggie did the same thing. She didn't die.
She had like another TV show that she had a commitment to, and Walking Dead wouldn't pay her what she wanted. So she was like, I'm going to do that other show. Deal without me for a season.
No, like 3 seasons.
Oh my God.
She was just gone. She was just like alive in the background somewhere. Like,
it's so nuts to me.
Like, she's just been gone, but not dead, you know?
God.
So, like, I've kept up with it, but it's like all the things I cared about are not there.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
Right.
And plus, they made my least favorite character the main character.
Which one?
I hate Daryl, dude.
Oh, man.
I liked him for a time, and then it was like, I'm over him.
Yeah, same.
And you'll kill Rick instead, bro. No, yeah, so what happened was Rick left the show, and they drove a dump truck of money to his house and said, if you don't leave, here's the money. And, like, that was what was in the news. Like, they signed some huge deal to ensure he would stay.
Man.
And he was like, I'm not stupid. I'll take all this money.
Okay.
And then even Michonne was like, I think I've got better things to do. And then she was going to leave. And I was like, you're like the only thing I have left.
Yeah. I feel bad for actors when they get stuck like that, though. Just, like, stuck in a TV show that they don't want to be in anymore.
Yeah. And that's what happened. Okay, so transitioning to movies a little. That's what happened with a lot of actors in the Marvel movies. They had these, like, 10-year deals.
That sucks.
And they got tired of it. Of course, they're making fucking bank.
Yeah, but like,
it's not I don't want to do
passion
this
anymore.
So that's why for this new phase of movies, everybody's on a 1-movie deal.
That's good.
So you make this movie, and if you want, we'll pay you big bucks to sign on again, you know?
Yeah.
Back to TV. I want to round us out. Man, this was the TV corner right here, man.
Yeah, that's how I organized the show. I was like, let's just do TV in the back half.
I have, like, a plan.
Okay.
It's a dangerous plan, but I'm going to execute it.
All right.
Are you ready for my plan? Comic-Con happened 2 weeks ago, I think, at this point, if you're listening now. All these trailers were coming out from Comic-Con, and, like, I knew this one thing was happening, but the trailer came out, so I was like, I'm going to watch the trailer. Why not? Like, I don't plan on partaking, but let's see what this is about. So I watched the trailer for the Dragon Ball movie that's going to come out in theaters here in the U.S. on August 19th, right?
Okay.
I'm watching the trailer, and I was like, fuck. This is Taylor's favorite character getting, like, the treatment of a lifetime.
Oh.
She's a big Piccolo guy. She loves Piccolo. You know who Piccolo is?
The little green dude?
He's a big green dude.
Big green dude, okay.
Oh, no, big green dude. She loves Piccolo. Papa Piccolo is her dude, right?
Papa Piccolo.
So I was watching the trailer, and I was like, I think I saw something in it that you're going to want to know about. Like, you might want to see this in the theater. And so she was like, okay, what does that mean? And I was like, well, the way I figure it, we have to watch 180 episodes of Dragon Ball.
Oh, no.
In 25 days.
What the? That's... You can't. You physically can't.
Now, this was 2 days ago.
Robert.
And we've watched 0 episodes, so my math is wrong now. And it's worse.
Oh, God.
But we were going to have to watch 7.2 episodes a day.
That's too many.
No. Daily.
What's the length of an episode of Dragon Ball?
20 minutes. I mean, it's a normal crap show, right?
It's 2 to 3 hours of Dragon Ball per day. Per
2.5
DM.
hours. 2.5 hours a day. Scheduled, regimented Dragon Ball, right?
Add that in amongst all your podcast duties.
Yeah. And Then we were going to watch another show.
Oh my
And
god.
then we wanted to watch something else. I was like, we don't get to eat for a while.
No showering, no working.
Yeah, so I'm 2 days behind. So I'm 14 episodes in the hole as of today.
Oh,
I'm 5 hours short of meeting my goal.
fuck.
But yeah, we're going to go see the new Dragon Ball movie in the theater because I think it would mean a lot for Taylor because she really grew to like Pickle. Like, she fucking loves this dude.
All
And I was
right.
like, you're going to like this thing. So I was like, let's do this. But here's what it's going to take. And she was like, I'm not going to like it, but sign me up.
This is the cost of a piccolo.
So, yeah. I had said, yeah, we got to watch 40 shows. And she was like, oh, that's not so bad. And I was like, of the series we're in. Then we have 131 of the next whole show.
That's too many.
And then my eyes glazed over. I died inside. But I was like, for the art, man. You
Gotta
have to do it.
for the art.
So, yeah, boy, howdy, are we going to be Dragon Balled up? I will probably have too much to talk about in the next only like the next 2 shows, because I have to watch this in 2 more Yimtopes, people.
My god.
2 more Yimtopes, you know how people go, all right, 3 more sleeps, and then we get to go on vacation. No, there's 2 more Yimtopes, man.
Count it by the Yimtopes.
2 more Yimtopes, and life is going to be at peace, I guess.
All right.
So yeah, I want you to hear that horrible math and enjoy it.
I'm glad I don't have to go on that journey with you.
Considering I started watching the show 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I think at this point, and I'm about to cram what I've watched in 3 years into 20 days.
That's rough, man.
I'm excited. I think.
Okay.
I think
You
I
don't
am.
look excited.
I don't know. It's a lot. So there you go. If you guys are Dragon Ball fans out there and you're like, that's easy shit, I do that every day of my life. Well, thank you. And I'm watching the abridged version of the one show that I'm watching. So, I mean, I'm technically skipping things to get through it all.
Yeah.
And, well, so, actually, you want to know something worse?
No.
That's the TV shows. I have to watch 3 movies as well.
Oh my god. How are you going to fit all this in?
That's all I'm going to do.
Oh my god.
I will,
Okay.
I will wait with the show paused, and then when Taylor walks in the door, I'll be like, okay, go. And then we just start watching.
All right. Well, enjoy that trip.
shall.
I hope you survive.
I will. It'll be fun to tell you about.
Okay.
Would you like to just sit as close to the TV as we can? Try not to go blind?
I guess.
Okay, let's do it.
Folks, I'm going to ask you again, please tell your friends about us and help us grow this audience. Don't forget to subscribe to us on your most favorite platform so you never ever miss an episode because we release weekly every single Monday. Yumtope is here for you. Holidays, weird days, sad days, good days, bad
All
days,
days.
love days, all Mondays. And Fridays. If you're into that, what do we call it? The Friday Roundup.
Yeah.
But mostly here Mondays. If you have a second to rate and review us on Apple Podcast, that helps us out in finding the best of the listeners.
Don't forget, you can find us and friend us on every single social media that you love going to. Whether you like the Twitters, the Instagrams, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We were just
Twitch.
on that Twitch. Thanked you guys once before, but again, loved having all you guys on the Stray stream. Fantabulous game. Fun time. It was
Beautiful and
the
perfect.
best. And if you tuned in there and you want to hang out with us some more, maybe think about joining the Patreon. You can always tune into to our free show that we do every Mondays, but if you want a little bit more, you can jump in the Patreon, get the secret Discord where you can chit-chat with us every day of the week, send us show suggestions, there's an episode discussion page, you can just talk about the show, things we talked about. So if you're listening to this one, you can chime in and be like, you are absolutely insane watching all that Dragon Ball. And then you can go to one further. You can actually get where we do deep dive reviews once a month into something just that we find intriguing at the time. We have stuff planned throughout the rest of the year and on into next year. We have plans for you guys.
We have been hitting hard on the anime this year. This last review, we reviewed Paprika and Perfect Blue, 2 movies by the same director.
Yes. Which I think we unintentionally did. We just thought
Yeah.
they were both good movies. But so yeah, if you want to hear what we thought about that, you're a big anime fan, you love those 2 movies, maybe think about signing up for the Patreon and listen to it. And then talk
And
to
you
us
can
about
chat
it.
with
Yeah.
like-minded people in the Discord about it.
Exactly. Again, don't forget about the email. Because, you know what? Patreon's not for me. But I love sending a free email. That's fantastic. Write us at ymbtoap@gmail.com. Anything you want. A topic you want to hear. Give us a suggestion from the email. Just be like, you know what? I think you guys might like this. Boom. Send it on its way.
Do you know the furries that were at the Stranger Things store? Can you hook them up with a Yimtope interview?
Are you one of them? Write in the email.
Are you a furry?
Like, we miss you guys. We only knew you for a brief 20 seconds of life, but just send us mail of whatever you want. Just write us one that says hi. We would love that.
We like when people say hi. Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Check him out on YouTube. And as always, thank you so much for listening, and tune in next time to get the answers to that burning question. Will we ever get a furry to come on Yimtope?
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
I'm gonna need a couple takes on that one, I think. Just gotta get the right emphasis.
Okay.
Gotta get the arms going first. Collaboration.
Yeah, so like you gotta lock it into like an L shape, and then you gotta be able to move like this.
Collaboration. I wish you guys could see us. We're a couple idiots.
See, it's when the video podcasting comes around, they're gonna be like, we wish they wouldn't. We wish you'd stay audio, please.
God, I wish I couldn't see these guys.
Because it's just us. What's the name of that stupid show? Wow Wow.
Wow, wow,
Wubsy. Just fucking like collaboration.
Collaboration.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, God.